What is up? What's going on, guys? Trizzle here, tuning in, bringing you guys another great 3-star tutorial. Today, I'm actually going to be bringing you guys a tutorial on BoGoVaHo. Yes, that's right, I said BoGoVaHo, which actually got me thinking. The bowlers are a little bit slutty. They're in like every Town Hall 9 raid. But, you know, can't forget, sluts have feelings too. You know, just ask Amber Rose and Black China. This is really just another example of old school needing new school, guys. The game has officially changed, and we have to change along with it. So let's go ahead and get right into the army composition, because this is a very, very strong attack. Of course, starting with the troops, we're going to have 1 archer, 3 wallbreakers, 5 wizards, 6 Valkyries, 17 hogs, 2 golems, and of course, CC bowlers. Definitely need those bowlers in there. That's going to bring us to the spells for the army. I have tinkered around with this, depending on the variation, but I have finally settled on 1 rage, 2 heal, 1 jump, and 2 poison spells for the clan castle. Now, I will say you can possibly pull this off if you were utilizing 3 heal spells and 1 jump with the 2 poison spells, and I'll actually get into when that may be appropriate when I go over the tips for success, which is, luckily enough, the next thing we're going to talk about. When you're using this raid, guys, you definitely have to make sure that you take a look at the tips for success. To 3-star max bases and more consistently, your heroes absolutely need to be level 15 plus. Got to get those heroes up, guys. If you have those higher heroes, that's why the raid spell is so effective, because you're going to get more out of your kill squad. Now, if your heroes are level 13 through 18, maybe using the 3 heal spell variation will be more effective, since the 3rd heal spell will kind of keep those heroes up, you know, get you past the last few defenses in the core. You got to practice, guys. Practice, memorize those raid objectives, and practice some more. I can't preach that enough. And be careful. You do want to make sure you get the clan castle. You may have to pull it if it's on the far side, if the kill squad isn't going to trigger it as it goes into the core. And that's actually going to bring us to the raid objectives. So starting with raid objective number 1, you always want to determine the best side of the base to attack. Again, you want to pull the CC if it is on the far side, but when you determine the best side of the base to attack, you're going to always attack into the archer queen. You're going to try to take out any giant bomb spots along the way if possible. Raid objective number 2, deploy those golems about medium width, followed by 2 wizards on each side. Make sure your golems are tanking for your wizards. Very, very important, because you have to establish that funnel. 3rd raid objective, deploy the archer queen in the middle of the 2 golems, then carefully deploy your wallbreakers. To avoid a wallbreaker fail, you gotta watch for splash damage. 4th raid objective, deploy your jump spell so your kill squad can access the expos, and then after the golems redirect and start walking into the base, that's when you're going to start deploying the Valkyries, the King, and then the CC bowlers. Extremely important so your King won't die prematurely, and so the bowlers and Valks don't circle the base. Now you're going to drop both poison spells on the CC troops in AQ if possible. That's the 5th raid objective. And then raid objective number 6, after taking out the AQ and the CC troops and with the kill squad, basically you're going to make sure the kill squad aggroes the expos, make sure they're locked on to the golems, and that's where you're going to deploy your hogs adjacent to the kill squad in a horizontal line. Now, from here on out, you're going to be basically being very patient. Raid objective number 7, you're going to deploy your heal spells as needed, making sure you focus on the obvious giant bomb spots, as well as the 2nd expo and wizard towers. Now, raid objective number 8, you're going to deploy your 1 or 2 cleanup troops, that last wizard that you saved, and the archer, after the hogs process all the defense on that part of the base. And basically, number 9 is just sit back and collect your 3-star. So it's very simple, guys. Let's go ahead and get into some examples so you can see it in action. Alright, so there you see those golems going down. You drop the wizards to establish the funnel. I may have gotten a little bit happy and used the 5th wizard, but sometimes you do have to do that to establish the funnel. You want to get that archer queen in the middle, get those wall breakers down, then you drop your Valks, then the king, then the bowler CC. You don't want to drop your king first because he's very, very prone to going into the core of the base, at which point the expos will typically lock onto him and he will not stay up very, very long. You kind of want to get the most out of him. So once your kill squad has processed the queen, CC troops, as well as at least aggroing one expo, that's when you drop your hogs in a horizontal line adjacent to the kill squad. And again, you're going to focus on giant bomb spot locations, wizard towers, as well as the expo if the kill squad did not get a chance to take it out. So it's more, again, making sure that the few hogs that you did bring, that they're able to process, the majority of the defenses. Obviously, your kill squad at the beginning of the raid is going to do a lot of work for you. So it's all about the timing, all about following those raid objectives step by step. If you've been playing the game for a long time, you do know that, again, with old school meeting new school, the old raids that are very strong, like GoVaHo, once you factor in, a bowler CC, it just becomes so overpowered, guys. Very, very strong, which is why you absolutely want to get this into your bag of tricks. You got to get those heroes up. You got to max out your troops as soon as possible. You're definitely going to need to, have level 4 golems, level 4 Valks. You will absolutely need, like I said, level 15 plus heroes, ideally, even more if you can, because it really does make a difference. All right, so let's go ahead and watch another example. And from what I've seen, the bases that you can attack are very varied. The only thing is you're going to have to make sure you can take out the archer queen. You're going to have to make sure you can pull the clan castle, as well as try to at least aggro or take out at least one of the expos. The hogs that you're bringing probably won't stay up long enough to take out both expos all on their own. So with the heavier kill squad, you definitely want to, again, try to get the most out of your troops. I did make a mistake on this raid. I kind of messed up on the funnel on the left hand side, but luckily the Valks still end up going into the core, and I'm able to still make quite a bit out of the kill squad. The boulders did go in the center, and then with some pretty good spell work, I'm able to take out the base. Now, because the heroes are fairly high, they're not max for a Town Hall 9, but they're still fairly strong compared to where a lot of people have their heroes. Everything just comes together. So best advice that I can give you, whether you're Town Hall, well, I would say it starts at Town Hall 9 and then goes up, because Town Hall 8, you can get away with not having a max king for a very, very long time, even going against max bases. You can use dragons, Lunian, a lot of things you can actually use, even GoHo, without a max king. So once you get to Town Hall 9, that actually changes. And when we're talking about max bases at the Town Hall 9 level, you absolutely have to have, the correct troops. You have to have the correct hero levels. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to 3-star consistently. So again, you're going to come in on the right side. When I say the right side, I don't mean the right side of the base, but the side that satisfies those raid objectives, where you're able to take out the archer queen, able to pull the CC, able to aggro and access at least one of the expos, and then you're just going to come in with your hogs adjacent to your kill squad, so that way you can just sit back and collect the 3-star. You've got to practice this stuff, guys. It is definitely one of those things where you get a feel for it, just like everything else. I know that's common sense, but a lot of people, they rely too heavily on basically the troops, and so their understanding of troop mechanics is very it's hit or miss, and because of that, a lot of people don't know how to break a base down. They don't know what to look for. So it's very, very crucial that you start by memorizing the raid objectives, because fundamentally that is what's going to allow you to take the knowledge that you have on a particular or given raid and apply it to another base, because you're going to know what you need to accomplish, and with having that knowledge, It just gives you the best possible chance of 3-starring, makes you the best possible attacker. And the good news is that luckily I've done a lot of the work for you guys. Not with only the videos, but you guys can always come by on a live stream, where we're able to just give you advice, do base shout outs, things like that. But at the end of the day, guys, you've gotta put in the time and effort, because with everything in life, you get out what you put in. If you're not watching your attacks, if you're not looking to see, okay, this is where I made a mistake, this is what I need to do, if you're not asking for help and then applying that knowledge, applying the help that's given, you're gonna plateau. You're gonna get to a point where you're just not gonna get better as an attacker. And when that happens, some people make the mistake of thinking, okay, if I just go to the next town hall level, I'll be okay. All I need is stronger troops. I need the next town hall level, and that's gonna make me a better attacker. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The game does not get easier, guys. It gets harder. It gets a lot more complex, a lot more things that you have to look for. So you've got to make sure you build that nice, solid, strong foundation so you can grow as the game grows, as it becomes more complex. All right, so it starts with these raids, guys. Town Hall 9 is probably the most fun Town Hall level before things start to get a lot more technical. Not that beating a Town Hall 9 that's max isn't something that requires technical proficiency, but the game has come a very long way, and there's a lot of things that have made it easier today than it was in the past to achieve the same results. Whether it be the trickle down effect of having troops like bowlers that you can have in your clan castle, or having that second dark spell spot where you actually have everything that you would need to take out the clan castle, without having to learn how to do a proper CC kill. Back in the day, the can, it used to be called, was it a 2-2-1? You basically had a clan castle where you had a couple witches and either an archer or barbarian. You use your heroes and you did a lure, pulled the clan castle out, and then because you had to do that with every raid, because you didn't have the poison spells, it really made you understand troop mechanics a lot more, because you understood, well, you learned to understand what you need to do to be able to get the most out of the fewest troops, which is why you actually have people that learn how to really pull the clan castle well. You'll actually see them kill a very strong clan castle with only like a couple barbs and a couple archers and a wizard. Just a very low investment for what they actually get out of it. So enough of my rant on making sure you guys learn the fundamentals. Again, with this raid, it's just so OP. I'm actually seeing that it works on most of the bases. Now, I haven't really seen too many open base layouts, so I probably wouldn't recommend that for hogs unless you've had the luxury of a scout attack, where somebody went in ahead of you and broke everything down, so you know where the giant bomb spots are, where the Teslas are, where the traps are, everything that you need to know. Now, if that's the scenario, by all means. But if it isn't, then you're going to want to possibly look for those compact, those medium compact bases. Definitely don't want anything that's super spread out, because if something is that spread out, you're going to probably want to use GoWipe or GoWeWe, both of them with bowler CCs, which, of course, as you know, I do have tutorials for those. I will link those down below because it's super important. We have a couple days left in March of 2018, so we do still have the gift card contest going for this month. If you guys want to participate and get a chance to win, you want to make sure that you come by on the live stream. You also want to comment on as many videos in the catalog March 2018 gift card. Alright, so with all that being said, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, I love being able to spread and share all the knowledge that I've had, because I've been playing this game for almost as long as it's been out, having 4 accounts, running the clan for as long as I have, and with all the time, energy, and effort that I've put into learning and making the mistakes that a lot of you haven't been able to make yet, I just wanted to, again, share as much of my wisdom as I possibly can. So with that being said, as always, really appreciate you guys watching. Trizzle tuning out.